8 tiny tips for your Thailand holiday. Hey, what's up? King Epic here. Today I'll talk about some very specific things. For your Thailand holiday, you will probably think about, making sure your hotel is guest friendly, that you're staying in a good location, in proximity to, say, the nightlife spots. And that's all good and fundamental for a good experience. However, I have noticed during my time here that there are a lot of small things that I don't want to say make or break your trip, but that can take away from the enjoyment. Little things that few people think about that, at least for me, became very annoying on a daily basis. Some of what I will mention will only apply if you stay here long term. Some will be useful even if you book a hotel. So take what is relevant to you and simply disregard the rest. If there's one thing you learned today that will make your trip better that you would have otherwise overlooked, then I'm happy already. So number one, big fridge. This one I find super important. One of the places I have stayed at last year had a 7-Eleven just outside. Literally 2 minutes walking distance. And it was open 24/7. And yet, not having a fridge large enough to store some food became very annoying and very inconvenient. Yeah, you can eat out all the time, but for me, it was, say, at night, I'm hungry and I want to quickly grab something, or after waking up in the morning and then having to dress up, walk downstairs, etc. became a hassle. I would much rather just grab something from the fridge and then the regular meals I can eat outside anyway at the food court, etc. Nowadays, I take this even further, and when I look for a new place to stay, I make sure it has a big fridge with a freezer unit on top, and ideally a small kitchen unit as well. Number two, a water filtration machine. Water. You'll need it on a daily basis. Don't drink the tap water, so your only other option would be to go outside and buy bottled water. There are two ways to deal with this issue, and I don't consider boiling tap water to be a viable option for most. For one, it's not a convenient option, and then you might not have a stove in your room or your condo. The most obvious option would be to buy the 5-liter bottled water container at 7-Eleven and to buy them in bulk. Say you buy 3 at a time, that's 15 liters, that's 4 gallon, and that should last at least a few days. The more convenient and cheaper option would be to look for a water filtration machine. Every place I've ever stayed at had one. And many times it's outside of the building, and that thing looks kind of like a vending machine. If your hotel or condo doesn't have one, just have a look around. Sometimes the building on the opposite side of the street or close by has one standing at the entrance. I use that machine with an empty 5-liter water container, and it's only a few baht for a refill. Number 3, online grocery delivery. The final option would be, in terms of water, to have a large quantity of these water containers or bottles delivered. In the past, I have used Tesco and Big C, meaning their website, to order online, and surprisingly, I had no issues at all. I simply set up an account on the website, I placed the order, picked the delivery date and time, and the next day, about an hour or so before the delivery, the guy called me and said that he would come. And I said, okay, I'm at home. That's perfectly fine with me. The additional fee for the delivery was minuscule, something like 50 or 100 baht. Online delivery is also a good option if you want to store a large quantity of food in your fridge or in the freezer, because going to the store yourself, even if you take a taxi, you can only carry so much, plus you have traffic, the heat, etc. Most items that you can find in the store, except for, I think, fresh fish and meat, you can also order online, so you're not limited to drinks and foods. You can also order condoms, toilet paper, etc. So I order a bunch of stuff when I do an online delivery. Number 4, quality food on the go. So this one has kind of evolved over time. When I first came here, I just ate whatever, whenever I felt like it. Then I became a bit more health conscious, and nowadays I feel like my eating is pretty on point. Most of the meals I prepare myself. And when I'm somewhere outside, I only eat very specific foods. And this is where I used to struggle a bit. I would be on the go, and now what? Should I buy some crap from the convenience store, or get fast food, or something that is soaked in oil from a street stall or food court? and the options seemed very limited. It took me some time to find a few items that I nowadays eat repeatedly. Many of the Thai dishes are either high in carbs, fat, or both. If you want something that's mostly protein, good luck. What I found are the following, and all of them are available literally anywhere because you can get them from 7-Eleven, and 7-Eleven is anywhere, in Bangkok. Number one, boiled eggs from 7-Eleven. They're 10 baht each and they're peeled already, so you can eat them right away. I just throw away the yolk if I don't want any fat at that specific time, and then it's just pure protein. It doesn't get any better than that. Second option, liquid egg whites. They have these small liquid egg white cartons, 450 milliliters at Tops Market and Via Market. It's 150 baht. It's pasteurized, so you can drink it straight from the carton, or you can also get there at 7-Eleven and a bunch of other convenience stores. They sell whey protein shakes. You can mix it with that, and then it just tastes like a chocolate or vanilla drink. I like it because it's high quality food, it's cheap, and it's very quick to consume it. It takes 2 minutes to drink, no need to sit down. The protein drinks, the whey protein drinks that I mentioned, I would usually buy at 7-Eleven or Tops Market. They're different brands, there's different flavors, chocolate, vanilla, and coffee. The only other item that I occasionally would buy from 7-Eleven would be cooked rice. Everything else is either crappy convenience food, or it's fried, or it has some crap in it. Of course, if you're looking for carbs or fat, then there are more options like fresh fruits, nuts, etc. Number 5, buying supplements and vitamins. In my Thailand guide, I have a video of my kitchen where I have a huge bag of my protein powder, and somebody asked me where in Bangkok I bought it. Well, I had it shipped here. I've been to at least a dozen pharmacies, vitamin stores, GNC, and with vitamins and supplements in Thailand, 9 out of 10 times, they're either overpriced, they're shit in quality, or they're underdosed. And oftentimes, it's much cheaper to simply ship it to Thailand, order it online, rather than buying it here locally. That's especially the case when you order a larger quantity. Say you can go to the Tops Market that is right next to Terminal 21. They have a GNC there, but everything is hella expensive, and something like caffeine pills I've never found anywhere. Number 6, paying extra for location. Cheap. That's all I cared for when I first rented a condo here. And then I had to spend a ton of money on taxis and a BTS, and in the end, the cheap condo wasn't so cheap anymore. So I always factor in the trips I take on a daily basis, say maybe a trip to the gym or grocery shopping or going out or the mall, and then I'll try to stay somewhere in proximity to those places. I'll make sure that there's, let's say, ideally a gym inside the condo unit where I'm staying at, and I'm willing to pay extra for that. Pool would be another extra that I'll look out for, because when you have a pool, you can easily invite girls over instead of meeting them somewhere outside, okay? It saves you money and time and makes things so much easier. Number 7, carry change. 20 baht bills, 10 baht coins. Out of, let's say, 10 taxis I take, in one of 2 cases, the driver will say he doesn't have any change, like no change at all. All he has are like 100 or 500 baht bills. In rare instances where I have no change, no small change at hand, I will tell him to wait and I'll go to 7-Eleven and get some change. But in most cases, that's really not feasible, especially in heavy traffic or when I'm in a rush. So in that instance, I can complain all I want, but in the end, I will just give him the extra money and be able to leave quickly. If you never want to overpay, always have some change with you, especially on short trips, because otherwise the fare can easily cost twice as much. And the final point, number 8, not getting up too early, okay? Or actually the problem, getting up too early. The problem with getting up too early is that most shops, businesses, and even the gym, they only open at 9, some at 10 a.m. So in my experience, there isn't much to do up until late afternoon. If you're looking to meet up with girls, most of them will be at work until 5 or 6, and what else are you going to do? For me, I do something like on the computer, but still getting up earlier than noon is something I try to avoid by staying up late. And by late, I mean 3 to 4 a.m. If you're here on holiday, you'll be out partying anyway most days. So this will only apply to you if you stay here long term and you have days where you don't go out at all. And the second problem with getting up too early is that during the day it's simply too hot. I just can't be bothered doing anything outside before late afternoon or early evening. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope some of these tips were helpful and relevant to you. If you have more questions, let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, bye-bye. If you found this video helpful and plan on going to Thailand, check out My Thailand Guide. My Thailand Guide is a package that comes with interactive maps, videos, ebooks, and podcasts. One-on-one email support also allows you to directly ask me any questions you might have before or during your trip. kingepic.com/BKK. Your support allows me to make videos like this one where I speak candidly and cover controversial topics with the aim of not only entertaining you but also to provide helpful insights that you'll use on your next trip. Thanks for watching and